Was this a weird week or what? I mean, really strange, okay? And there is something I want to speak about really honestly around the energies that we're currently experiencing together. Because this past week has felt really strange for a lot of people, whether that was really heavy or you were really fatigued or just emotionally intense, like intense. And when I speak to this today, I am not saying that there's no joy. Okay, I'm not saying that there hasn't still been joy in our lives or beauty or moments of gratitude, but underneath that, many people have been describing this deep collective exhaustion, these super weird dreams. They almost can't articulate it right, and I get it. I am with you in this, and it's like our internal systems, okay, the internal system of humanity has been under this continuous sustained pressure, and I've honestly felt this too, okay. Last Sunday, my beautiful long-term familiar, my cat Fluffy, who was with us for nearly 10 years, he passed away. And it placed in me this really deep reflection about the old versions of me, the woman I have been, and the woman I'm becoming because of all of the seasons of life he was with me in. And when I look at the energetic weather for this week, when I say that, I'm speaking to the human design weather, the transits, and the eclipse window that we were moving through. It actually explains a lot, okay? So let's get into it, because the energy right now is very much about this pressure, completion, and then reviewing, okay? So it feels weird. Let's just name it for what it is. It feels strange. We are living through a moment in history where multiple pressure points are happening at the same time. Okay, we've got this geopolitical tension, massive information overload, and these constant social and cultural shifts. Not to mention the disclosure that is happening literally on a daily basis right now. Okay, and every single day, people are absorbing the headlines, the crises, the other predictions and narratives about our future. And even if you try to stay grounded, your nervous system is still registering what's going on out there. Okay, pardon me. Now, humans were never designed to process the emotional weight of the entire world, especially in real time. So if you are an empath like me, a highly sensitive like me, you are probably just tapped in and feeling it all. Okay. Now, this is the environment we're currently living inside. So what many people are feeling right now, it's not just a personal fatigue. This is a collective fatigue, which is then amplifying those energies. I spoke about it last week. We basically created an egregore of fatigue. Now, that eclipse. Did you feel that eclipse? Oh my God. I don't usually. This year, this time, I really, really did. And, as we've moved through this eclipse energy this week, I don't think they're supposed to feel calm, so that's one thing. They do tend to feel like something is being revealed or accelerated or closed, or and it was quite chaotic for many people that I spoke with on the day of the eclipse in particular, until it passed over. That's what I noticed. So this can feel really uncomfortable, okay? And what I mean by that is you might have really noticed, particularly on the eclipse day, this real emotional intensity, old memories. I know that was happening for me a lot over the last week. These just old memories surfacing. I thought I dealt with, right? This sudden sense of that's just not aligned for me anymore. Those people, those platforms, I cannot be there anymore, okay? And like I said, this deep exhaustion. Now, the eclipse often pushes things into our awareness that we may have not been ready to look at on a deeper level, on a more full spectrum level, so that we can actually move forward from that, so it doesn't keep almost chasing us, okay? So that was that vibe. Now, I mentioned the human design weather this week. At the same time, we've had this human design weather, which has created a frequency connected to questioning. So if you have found yourself literally questioning what the hell is going on with me, in my life, with the world, okay, this is really brought this up, and this is an energy that really causes the mind to review things, especially patterns in your life. Okay, so it's this doubt energy, and I mean like a deep doubt energy. So you might have found yourself thinking about past choices, past relationships, old identities of you. That was quite profound for me personally, I know. Those versions of yourself that you have outgrown. And like I said, it's not because we're going backwards, but it is because we don't want to keep carrying these things forward into our lives. And because the system is reviewing, okay, this pattern before the next cycle begins. So even deeper than that, the deeper theme under all of this is this real identity recalibration that we've been in since last year. The old versions of ourselves appearing again for a moment. And I don't want to keep that surface level, I just want to say this is really, when this happens, because I feel like this is getting spoken about a lot, this is not so that we return to them, okay, but it's also not so that we hold on to it. For me, it was old guilt around my addiction. Boom, there it was again after, how long? 2014 I came into recovery, so 12 years, right? Boom, there it was again. And this is really so that we can consciously decide, okay, does this version of me still come into the next chapter? Am I going to allow that or not? Okay, that can feel really emotional, and that can also feel a little bit disorientating, combined with everything else going on in the world right now. Because we know when one chapter closes but another hasn't fully opened yet, we're standing in that in-between space, and that's the most difficult space to be in. I get it, but it's also where a lot of the deeper integration happens, so that when you are in that next space, you're in it, you've landed in it, okay? Now there is another layer beneath all of this, happening beneath all of this, and that is when societies go through these rapid changes like this, okay, there is this period that we're in where the old structures, they're visibly cracking. They are literally crumbling before our eyes, aren't they? But these new ones haven't stabilised yet, and that's what humans are just calling in, the new way, the new earth, the Eden template, right? I get it. But we're currently in the in-between, and it feels chaotic. And, we've lost trust in certain leaders, gurus. We're exposing false light leadership. Institutions are being questioned. Okay, this is a good thing. Authority structures are being exposed and challenged, and that is creating this emotional atmosphere where people are asking, what what is actually real, and who do we even trust anymore, and what is the future going to look like? Those are big questions for your nervous system to hold, okay? And I know the rise of AI is creating a lot of that. TikTok, TikTok for one has got some kooky shit on there that is just not real. I even had someone said to me last week that I shouldn't use AI to generate my videos. I'm like, I don't use AI to generate my videos. This is me. So people are actually confused. What the hell is real? Now that's big. When your own reality is being tested like that, that's big. That's big energy. Okay. Which is why it's so important to stay connected to your own soul. Every morning before my eyes even open, I'm like, good morning, soul. Good morning, body. Good morning. I go through it. Now, I spoke about this exhaustion last week, but one of the biggest reasons why people are feeling so drained right now is this cognitive overload. Okay? You're not just living your life, you are processing literally all the time. The global conflict, the economic stresses, the constant online narratives, social changes, your personal responsibilities, and the emotional experiences of people around you, especially if you are empathic. That level of stimulation creates fatigue. Okay? Deep cellular fatigue, like burnout fatigue, okay? Your system needs stillness and rest. It needs to be a priority. And in just a moment, I'm going to bring through my Sasquatch guide, Cosmo, his take on this, his message around this, so that we can really support ourselves through this interesting times. Now, what is interesting is that many people are reporting this shift as we move deeper into March. Okay, and let me know if you have felt this. It's not necessarily an instant relief, but it is a sense of, oh, the fog is beginning to lift. And when you move through a long period of uncertainty, as we have been together, there is often a moment where, okay, the fog's lifting. I feel a bit more clear about this now, about where I'm going, about what I'm doing, okay? So we can expect our decisions to feel easier again. Okay, so energies are reorganizing. Momentum is actually starting to build. Let me know if you are feeling that. The first months of the year can sometimes feel like that pressure chamber, especially this year, especially 2026. Okay, pardon me. Now, what I want to say, and then we'll get into Cosmo's message. If this week has felt particularly strange to you, okay, you are not the only one feeling it, okay? We are together, standing between chapters, and these moments are often where these deepest integrations happen, okay? So I want to say it's not for nothing, and this is where those old aspects of self can gently release, and the next expression of you is right now beginning to emerge, okay? Sometimes the most important shifts don't happen in those loud, dramatic breakthrough moments. They happen quietly in these spaces where your system is recalibrating. So I am actually curious about this. Did you notice, did anyone else notice the old versions of you appearing this week? The old memories or relationships, or those moments where you suddenly realized how much you have actually changed over your lifetime? Let me know in the comments if that showed up for you. Now, if this week did feel heavy, please don't take that as something is wrong if it felt strange. Okay, we've been going through this together. You are human in a very intense moment of our history, and the most powerful thing you can do right now is to stay steady. Okay, okay? Not reactive, not chaotic in overwhelm, but actually steady. And we will talk about this if you are feeling chaotic or overwhelmed. Now, the clarity or the peace or that next thing that you know is landing, that is going to land more easily for you when you pause long enough to hear it, to sense it, to allow it, okay? And interestingly, the transmissions I'm about to release over the next couple of weeks, they are going to really support you with this. So these are transmissions I'm releasing in a couple of weeks inside something called Activate Your New Earth Priestess Codes. It's completely free, and this is actually about these transitions that we move through, moving from those old identity patterns and into deeper self-leadership and embodiment. So if you feel like you have been standing at that threshold right now, you might find those transmissions really supportive for you. I will leave the link below for you to explore that. And for now, just be gentle with yourself this week, okay? Now we're going to bring through Cosmo's message around this. And what he had to say about this was, you know, we see the suffering and we see the struggling in the fear, okay, in this fear. Now, this is creating a sense of chaos in the field, but remember there are two sides to every coin. There are humans living a simple yet joyful life. There are humans who are living in a fast-paced, activated life, and they're still loving that life. There are humans living all kinds of different lifestyles and realities in different countries with different privileges, etc. But what happens when millions of people on one planet focus only on, for example, the atrocities, okay? Only on the negative experiences, potential war, the struggles of others, okay? Now, more of that breeds more of that, he said. And so humans have a choice. What do you actually want to focus on? And we're not saying don't care, don't love. That's not the vibe. But what he is saying is, are you going to focus on the hatred or war? Or are you going to focus on the love, the compassion, the solutions? Because we will not tell you what to do, for we will not interfere with your free will. You wonder what is the holdup. It's you. Are you watching the fake news? Boom. Are you entering the rabbit hole and spirals on certain platforms? I mentioned TikTok before. Are you listening to illusions? Are you taking that on as truth? The current war is inside of you right now. So where are you allowing your mind to travel? Now this is a key. Are you, and the way he put it was, are you fear future tracking and allowing your mind to effectively travel and connect in with the darkness through that fear, because that's what happens? Or are you honoring the dominion that you have over your own mind, life, field, all the things? It is you who should be directing your mind, not the other way around. This is the matrix easiest distortions, because once you are in fear, they can lead you astray, okay, through the mind. So I said, okay, cool, I get that. That tracks. So what now? And he said, okay, begin directing your mind. That's how the mind was actually built for us as humans, was to be directed. The mind as a masculine was to be directed by our feminine, okay? So your emotions or your soul. So you can do things like tell your mind to go and sit in an energy, Like, mind, go and sit in the place where I'm already experiencing a sense of deep peace and fulfillment in my life. Go there now. Let your mind go there. Emotions, demonstrate to me what true peace feels like. So you can try this if you like. Emotions, demonstrate to me what true peace feels like. And then just take a breath, and your emotions is going to start flooding your field with a sense of what peace actually feels like in your system. And then say to your emotions, expand that sensation into the dimension of my mind. And then you can tell your mind to follow that direction, okay? So I'm just giving you some things to play with. Now, Cosmo said, we've said it before and we'll say it again. We advocate for the simple life. Simple does not mean not joyous. In fact, simplicity eradicates many of the matrix distortions and frequencies. We are not saying become nomadic. But there are many, many ways to create this in your life. And, he said, what can you stop doing, accepting, or thinking that you know in your bones is not good for your soul? There is your answer, he says. And he asks, and what is your soul calling you to? Is it the wild? Maybe it's minimizing all the stuff in your house. Maybe it's a camping trip you've been putting off, or a hiking trip, or if you're not outdoorsy like that, like I said, it might be minimizing your space, cancelling some subscriptions that you don't use. It's getting this stuff out of your field, removing emails, deleting old voice notes. Can you switch the platforms you're engaging in? Can you switch the people you are engaging with? Maybe it's even to quit a job or a relationship. These are simply and only examples. Be brave. Your soul will never lead you astray. And until next time, we invite you to try this. Next time you are feeling overwhelmed, find a quiet place, drop all of your energy into Mother Earth, take a deep breath, and imagine that you are in a quiet rainforest or a wooded area, and request to connect with a healing Sasquatch, and notice your energy begin to subtly shift and change. Even if you do not see us clairvoyantly, you may be surprised in what happens within your body, mind, emotions in that moment. And all that we ask is that when you do connect with us, you connect with love, and we will be happy to support you. I can speak to that from experience. When my hip went out last year, when we extended our walks, we walk more now than we ever have. And when we first started doing that, something happened in my right hip, and it hurt, and it really, really hurt to the point where I couldn't walk. And walking is one of the most important things I do for myself every day. So I called in one of my Sasquatch familiars, Lilia A, and she came in to provide healing on my hip. And then also a very large male came in one night and sent me, and it looked like an infrared healing into the structure of my hip. And then he brought through this beautiful forest, deep healing earth energy, and that was probably a year ago now. I haven't had that issue come back with my hip. So we can absolutely ask them to support us. They are literally the original healers on the planet. I love to call the women healers the original mothers. The original mothers will be coming in to support us in the mystery school that I am opening in May. if you want more details about that, feel free to either comment below mystery, or you can send me an email. It's contact@newearthschool.com.au. And for now, I am just sending you so much love, and I trust that this served and this landed for you at this time, and I will see you next week. Bye.